And we are in. This is a this is a pre-release. This game isn't even like out yet. This is an early access. This game is called Hearthsword. And it's great for me because I used to do reenactment of of what was known as a man-at-arms. This used to be something I, well, to a degree, actively did. I'm gonna do free mode because doing gauntlet mode is horrible. I've done it before. It sucks. It's terrible. It's annoying because to get the last mode, you have to go through and do all of these ones to get to the Baron. However, I'm just gonna do random. Can I get an appearance I like? Yeah, I'll do that one. I will just do random fights. Again, I used to do something quite similar to this. I don't do it now, but I used to. There we go.
Let not thy hand be heavy upon me. Thank God my plea, and thy godness.
I have done quite a good chunk of damage to your carotid. Or not your carotid, your,
I pray.
What's the
go hence unharmed.
artery in the leg, in the thigh?
For sure.
The leg artery, I can't remember the name of it. The femoral. There we go. Come on. Let's actually do something I used to do. Or something at least very similar to what I used to do. I just did this without all the armor. Where is the closest... Well, technically the closest helmet I had to is what I have now. That is arguably the closest I would have to my helmet, just the colour's wrong. Mine is silver, or just standard steel white. Who drew blood? Him. Very nice, you're half swording. That is the effective way to kill a knight. Or not really to kill them, but to injure a knight is to half sword.
Yes.
If we're doing this, I'm gonna do it wrong, evidently. Ow! Oh, he slit my throat. Yeah, that is what happens when you, mess around and try to engage in a fight. That isn't how it's supposed to go. Yeah, this is technically the closest to what I used to wear. What my old armor was. It's not, the helmet's all wrong, but they don't have my helmet. Introducing the beauty of the half sword. Because contrary to what Hollywood wants people to believe, most fights between your average knight, so to speak, like what I would be classed as, was actually more akin to a wrestling match. Something a whole lot closer to what I'm doing now. It wouldn't be, you know, your swords are out here and you're swinging swords at each other. It is you're up close, you're personal, you're doing stuff like this. Because this, with a sword, is the effective way to kill a man-at-arm. Like that. I would know, because again, I've done fighting like this. This is a sport. This was a hobby I did. I didn't use actual sharp weapons, but I did stuff very, very similar to this. Okay, he's half swording, so let's half sword in retaliation. Okay, that's a good cut. Okay, it's done. Ultimately, the person who wins fights like these is the person who stuns their opponent, disarms them, or kills them. You are trying to take down an opponent. The best way to do that is to exploit all their weaknesses. I think he might be dead, but I'm not. Yeah, he's dead.
What gain is there in bloodshed?
Oh no, he's still alive. That was a mercy cry. Okay, who do I have here? Billhook, sword, what looks to me like a falchion with a shield, and sword and dagger. Okay. And the beautiful thing about these people being so poorly armoured is I don't have to try. The skill to winning a fight like this is keep one person on the offense and one person on the defense. If you can keep one person... If you watch the Star Wars fight from, I want to say episode 2 or 3, where it's Dooku versus Obi-Wan and Anakin, they do a very, very good job of portraying how that fight would go, of you keep one on the defense and one on the offense, because that way you can always keep one person. You try to throw people into each other, because then it forces them to think a little bit harder. Oh, yep, I'm killing you first. That's a plan, Son. That big spiky spear-looking thing is a plan, Son, and that will kill me. That will kill anyone. This game has horrible frame rates. Horrible frame rates. And we're going to get into the... Oh, I can't remember what position this is named. It's German. Because you've got... That's a German fighting stance with the sword above your head. Then you've got... trying to recreate it. Something... Oh wait, hold on. It's more like this. This is Italian. This is an Italian stance, because it's very... The way I was taught it was... It's very, like... Look at me, look at how... I don't care for the fight. It's all flamboyancy. The Italians were flamboyant, the Germans were efficient. Hold on, let's just do beggar class, so I can do some boxing.
Zounds!
I will hit you so hard, sir, you will stain your... What are they called? Your long johns. I think that's what the old medieval word was. You shall stain thy trousers, sir. That is how.
Let us parley then rather than parison. Coward!
Come here, coward. Why? I don't know why I just decided to randomly throw hits. Oh, that's a strong hit. Yeah, he's questioning it. He's questioning his fight left in him now. He's questioning the fight, what fight he's got left in him. He keeps coming at me because it's intimidation. But he's hold on. There we go. Now he's got his fight back. That's the spirit. Come on, stand up. I'm not done with you yet. Stand thyself, sir. Stand for thine honour. Stand. Stand and unfurl yourself, sir. Or just give up. Because you sitting here isn't fun. Okay, I'll force a Oh, you're going to stand?
I pray.
Okay, I was going to say, it's either that or I'm going to force a surrender by kicking him.
Twix
No!
Ooh, knife. Ooh, and I've got a good one. But he had a better one. You know what? Just because I'm feeling stupid, I'm actually going to try Gauntlet, which I never do because again I have to fight so poorly. Let's do fist play because it's the safest option. That's how easy you win a fist play. You just swing.
Hold in peace, for violence or death, but bow.
Time to face off against the Greek champion, which... Okay, what are my options? Yoink. Nope.
Now, sir.
This is the best option. This is the best weapon for this mode.
Darn. Eggard. Darn. Lost.
That is your best option. However, he has an axe. There is a reason I hate this mode. Because you can put in so much effort, and your end result will always be nothing.
Darn.
You can get lucky, and you can get what's known as the Abyss, which is like in a way, it's kind of like COD Battle Zone or whatever it's called.
Find
The
out, good sire. Let us not bloodshed.
Gulag mode, but I hate fighting the Gauntlet because if you die, it's straight back to the beginning.
Blimey. Sounds.
Nice duck and weave. Stop. It's a nice duck and weave. However, I will still put you to your ass. Ow. You gonna stand up a third time? Nope.
Too much hath been lost. Why loss and more?
Yeah, we'll do a carnage. We might as well. If I lose, I lose. Okay, yep. It's the man with the biggest knife that wins.
Eggard.
It is entirely the size of the knife that wins fights like this. And back to the Greek champion. Oh, I haven't got any good weapons at all. Nope. Give me this. Ow!
Thank God, my
Yep.
plea.
Give up.
And thy godness, grant me leave to live.
I hate this mode.
Crikey. Why? Let us chasten our
This
swords in
fight will take forever. I need something good. 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 Fine, I'll take.
Squandrel. Hellway.
Ow! That's my foot, sir.
Buffoon.
Oh, come on! The abyss would be nice. I couldn't even... Well, I'm trying to think of the name of that shield. I couldn't even pick up that buckler if I tried. Like, whenever I get that screen, I just give up at that rate. Can I get a spoilance, please? Okay, huge knife.
Gosh.
Okay, I'm not gonna get spoilance. Thank you, game. I mean, it's a great way to train, but...
Swipe.
You are going to go down, thank you. You're going to I was going to say you're going to stay down, thank you. There we go, spoilance. That's what I want.
Ragamuffin.
Nah, you're giving me this. You're giving me this tool, boss. You're giving me that. Oh, why are my arms breaking?
Let not the hand be heavy upon me. Be not the cause of my action. I pray.
There we go. I'm going to half sword this weird... I think this is like some sort of shovel.
Have mercy on me. I spares believe. Show me kindness on the forbearance. I pray.
Oh yeah, I now get to go back to the champion. Oh, I forgot about that. Problem is, the higher up the rank, the worse the champions get. Don't get caught on the axe. Die. Nope.
Have mercy on me.
Have mercy.
Mercy, good sire.
Mercy.
Let not the
It's
hand
mercy you want, is it?
Nay.
I have fought you too many times in this game
And my God,
to understand the meaning of the word mercy. You may well have been mortally wounded before, but I am making sure that there is not a single thing on you that is worth saving and harvesting. I could behead you if I was accurate enough to. There we go. There's the satisfaction I wanted. You see, my friend, you demanded mercy. You swung an axe at me and bruised my spine. I stabbed you in the thigh and you gave up. I have died to you so many times, and now you asked for mercy. I had none left to give. So, unfortunately, here you lie, your body bleeding out in front of you and your head detached from it. You will forever be remembered as the man who lost to a man who was wearing no shirt. In the game. And you're going to stay there. Yay, I now get the peasant tier. With a boss who is infinitely harder. Oh, why do I only get the knife? Brother, you get an axe! Since when was this fair? Abyss! Okay, I will take Abyss over death. I will take Abyss over death. I would... Because this means I still get to keep my tier. If I win this. Give me your axe. Whoa, whoa. Actually, no, 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 no. There is a point. Keep all your weapons. Even if you get one that's better, keep everything. Choose that armor. Not much, but some. I'm expecting someone to swing on by in a minute. Hello, friend. Why aren't you brave?
For the love of God.
Oh, such an annoyance that I can't keep the axe. Fine, I'll take the pitchfork because when I go up against the man with the guillotine, or not the guillotine, the scythe, this will be the most useful thing I could have. Can I turn the fog off in the abyss fog? There we go. Ta-da! I get to keep my tear. That is why I was saying it's better to... It's so annoying how I only get the knife. As I said, it's... Ooh, 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 ooh. The large candlestick is the best weapon to have in this game. Or at this low of a rank. Stand... Stop failing to perform. There is no need to keep... Take your weapon back, sir. You always go for the sharp end. That way you get stabbing damage.
We seek no quarrel with
That is the best weapon to use at this low of a rank. It is the chandelier. Nope, nope, nope. Not losing this fight. No, I'm not going to lose this fight. I surrender because I know. See, that's so stupid. Oh, there we go. That's a fight that's a bit more equal. What did I just cut off? Did I just cut his hand? What did I just remove from him? Something came off. Something was sliced off. What? Wasn't a Did I just remove like a physical chunk? Did I just like gouge a chunk of his flesh out? Oh, aren't you going to be a curse? That's acceptable. I'm half tempted to do another spoilance, but I have a feeling that would be a bad idea. See, this is an equal fight. We're both using knives. And I'm just better with it. I'm English, we're good with knives. Okay, what do I have? A knife against a scythe! How do I do this again? That's out, that's out, that's out, that's out, that's out. Yeah, that... I had to think on my feet there. Half that fight, I didn't even know what was going on. Okay, next tier. Commoner. I get a sword. This is arguably the hardest tier. And I get the worst sword possible. Okay. Against the best sword. Please, please, Abyss. Thank you, game. This is... That is the worst sword you can get against arguably the best. Pick up the... If you lose this, you go all the way back to the beginning, and you have to do this whole process all over again, so I'm going to try my hardest to not allow that to happen.
Schnell,
Schnauze!
no!
Give me this. I want the spear. Thank you. A hat never goes amiss. That's a better hat than what I have. Who do I have to kill now? Please don't be the scythe guy. Of course it is. You always kill the boss from the rank before. Yeah, before it was always back when this was in its like pre-demo, and back when this was in its early alpha phase, which I did play when it was in alpha. He was when I. Thank you. I used to play this in its alpha phase, pre-alpha. The Abyss, and the other one were two entirely different games. This was the demo, and then the free mode was the playtest. That scythe guy was the only guy you would fight. Okay, he could be a little bit nicer. Thank you.
Hedgeborn!
I will try to win a fight as fast as I can. And if I'm fighting a guy who has the same disadvantage as me, I will always win. Unless I get excruciatingly unlucky. And now that I've said that, I'm going to jinx myself. Or not. I don't remember who the boss is for this. Oh, he's got armor, hasn't he?
Egard!
Time to find out who the champion is for this. Oh, it's you. Of course it is. I remember you vividly. Okay, thank God for the Abyss. Thank God I got the Abyss. Because I completely forgot to holster my knife. I completely forgot to sheath the knife. What weapon is this? Useless. Oh, it's a short bill hook. No, I'm not losing this fight because I'm not doing this all over
I
again.
got my plea, and I got this. Grant me leave to live.
Arguably, this is just a better weapon. Where's the candlestick? This is arguably a better weapon. No.
Vilnius!
Oh, you really cannot half sword with the spear. I just want his knife so I can holster it. This game has such horrible controls.
Rauche!
That's going to be useful. Again, the more weapons you have, the better. Oh, the stress is real.
Crikey!
Do not. Die. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, that was me holding my breath extensively during that fight. Because I hate playing this stupid. And of course I've got to redo everything. Give me the shovel. Now I'm going to spin your jaw, bro.
Blimey!
Have mercy on me. I spare thee. For the love of God, do me no harm, but let me live.
Let reason rule and where rage might rank.
Because my hands totally aren't shaking doing this at all.
Harlet! God's hooks! Mind the cur!
That's one. That's a second. Only a third guy.
Do me no harm, but let me live. For sure, I am after mercy. No.
And that's a third.
Seeking we a trow for our people's sake.
And I'm going to do... Thank you. Thank you sincerely. I really wish I get this guy's sword, but I'm not going to be able to do it, am I? I'm not going to get this guy's sword. No. Okay. Getting Abyssal is quite frustrating now. Because he's got... his clothing is padded. That's the worst bit, because what he has is... I believe it's called a gambeson, which is just a padded shirt. So my sword, which isn't really even sharp, has an even harder time. Again, my shirt, my sword, which again really isn't even that sharp to begin with, has an even harder time. Oh. And now I have to do that all over again. I have to go all the way from peasant up. Here's what I'm going to do with you, Willy, because this is the character's name. His name is Willy. You're going back to the Abyss, and you're going to suffer in it.
Dolt!
Yeah, I was gonna say you can stop trying to attack me now. If I just run in this direction, I will stumble across the. Who? Whomst would you be, and why have you decided to? I don't know why I'm trying to half sword with a pitchfork.
Gosh!
Yep, give up. Can I fight with like a Scott? No, I can't fight. I was really hoping I could like bludgeon a dude with a femur. You can go away, please, sir.
Darn!
Nope. Ow. Ow. My voice keeps cracking.
Vilnius!
Any other weapon, anything remotely sharper. Anything that would be...
Eggard!
This is an infinitely better fighting strategy. Just... There we go. Speaking of...
God's hooks!
This game has some of the worst physics I have ever played in any game. Which is why it's so fun, because the controls are horrible. Give me those boots. I own a pair of these. I'm not joking, I own a pair of these boots. They have no tread on them. Lovely. You're expected to get the tread just by wearing them. Like, they will just get scuffed up and they're supposed to conform.
Crikey!
Even if I lose this, it doesn't matter. He did not need to go full-on executioner. But again, even if I was to lose that, it wouldn't matter because I'm still beggar class. I'm gonna say, because it goes from this to having a degree of clothing. Oh, and this is also the rank where you get the Plan Son. Let's just prove that this weapon is just annoyingly overpowered. Okay, I didn't try. Oh, another guy with a buckler and a sword. Okay. Oh, look. Another guy with a buckler and a sword goes down. Oh, a guy with a Plan Son as well. I die and I still win. Okay, this could have been a fluke. Oh, another guy with a Plan Son. Oh, what about stabbing it? It can still be done with thrusting attacks. This is a polearm, by the way. This is designed to go over a guy's head like this, and then stab down into enemy formations. Okay, a surrender. What about this thing in a Buhurt? So I'm fighting guys with armor. Okay, it's one guy in armor defeated. And I have none. Where my game's FPS drops to 30. You can win a fight. There is not a single fight you cannot win with if you do not have a Plan Son. A Plan Son is such an unfairly powerful weapon. Or to use its full name, Plan Son Apiko. Originally, I thought it was what's known as a Godendag, which is a history lesson. It's a Dutch weapon. It looks very similar to this. It's a little bit smaller, and by a little bit I mean something like 4 or 5 foot tall, roughly. It has no spikes running through it, but it does have a short spike and a club at the front of it. The name Godendag is Dutch for good day, because it was a little joke that the Dutch had where as you were marching with it, it would be bobbing, it would look like it's like a person bobbing their head, And also another thing of if you get hit by it, it's not a good day because it will. Well, it was used mostly against cavalry. It was an anti-cavalry weapon because you can just point it up. Oh, nice, golden. Okay, so that guy with that really long axe-looking thing, that was a glaive. That's an entirely different weapon. When I find it, is that it? No, that's a billhook. Sword, sword, sword. Giant warhammer. Oh, you still get the plants on at this rank. This is a glaive. Or a glaive, depending on how you pronounce it. I personally am not a fan of them. The first cutting edge the big cutting edge doesn't seem to do much. And I hate using it against people with shields. And yeah, it just doesn't really stab all that great. You can half sword with it, but it's not. Like every other pole weapon, it's not a great half swording weapon. However, a good use of a polearm is... I'm not going to use this because it's a terrible example. Same weapon. Halberd. Okay, I'll use a halberd. Why not? So the halberd is a beautiful weapon because it's a multi-tool for a weapon. You've got. Never mind. It would be good if I could use it. However, I'm useless and shit, and I can't. So let's try that again, shall we? Let's get a halberd back. That was probably a halberd, and I just skipped it. That's a better example of a halberd. That's a much better example. So the halberd had a and he's a great target to use on. It was very much a pole weapon. Well, it is a pole weapon because it's got a giant pole running through it. I've held one of these in real life. They are heavy as hell. They had the beauty of having that giant axe head that you see at the front and the top, which was very much, you know, you're against enemy lines, you're behind some guy, you would swing down and cut someone. You've got the giant spike, which was used mostly for an anti-cavalry purpose. You've got the hammer on the back, which you could backswing and do that. And then the other beauty of it, especially on this one, is you have that harpoon-like front, which you could use to hook around armor and really wrestle with it. So you can half sword with these, but not recommended. However, when you do win a half sword with it, usually the results are quite spectacular.
Rather than perishing.
I really hate how the AI does not use pole weapons to the best of their ability. Because it is very much a long-range weapon. Granted, I don't do it either, but I do it a little bit better than these guys. If I manage to get a brave stand, that's when this weapon really comes into its own.
Have mercy on me.
Might we not find a path of peace?
There we go, brave stand. Yeah, this is where this weapon really manages to come into its skill set. Because I now have area control. And here's where that whole keep them in each other's way really kicks in. If I ever have a polearm, I like to fight other polearm users last. So I get theatrical with it. Why are you still standing?
Darn!
Let's alter that, shall we?
Mercy, good sire. Schwäme mich keine.
Okay.
I pray, let me go hence unharmed.
Let's take you away from your friends, shall we? Unless your friend wants to get up and start to fight again.
Let me go hence unharmed.
Just keep him on the floor just so he doesn't try anything. Use your bill hook like it was intended, which you granted it is intended as a farming tool. However, come on, use it and try to disarm me. Okay, a nice try. Use your bill hook to get under my armor. Come on, you swing around and get to the back of my shoulder. You've got a very good point to cut me there. Okay. Nice bit of attempted manipulation. Come on. Okay, nice attempt at a stab. That's how you really do one, but okay, nice try. A lot of what this is well, I could win, I could end this fight now, but I'd do this, I like doing this sort of thing for the fun. A lot of this, one is looking where your enemy is going and predicting on how to do this and lock them up. But another thing is figuring out where they're going and batting the weapon away from them, which is especially useful at lower tiers, where you have less armor. Because again, he's unarmored, or has very little armor. I have a lot of armor. So if I was to just stand here and let him hit me, it wouldn't do anything. As I'm going to prove now, he can hit me, and it's going to do nothing. Not only because the AI aiming is terrible, and this game has horrible controls. He actually did something there. Let me just end it. He might actually kill me with that. He might have actually caused a fatal wound with that. Did he catch me in the leg? Did he? Did he sever one of my legs? He did as well. Okay, well done. Won't stop me, but... Come on, stand. Stand.
Have mercy on me. I spare thee. Be not the cause of my death.
This was usually what pole-armed fighters... Well, this isn't usually what they were doing. They would be behind like ranks of men, but typically they would be trying to inflict as much damage to the enemy infantry and other pole weapon users as possible. Okay, good attempt at cutting the back of my throat. Good to know that he knows that my bevel won't protect the back of me. Really tempted to just switch to the sword. Kill it. Nope, don't need to.
Let us chasten our sweat
It's the same
honor.
with if you get two sword users as... There we go. Wait. What? Yeah, that's a Warhammer will do. Interesting.
Lauster.
And see, the AI will play it wrong, because he should be sitting at his weapon's effective range and not at my effective range. Because I'm up here and I have pretty much complete control and manipulation over his weapon. At this range, I win. If he had maintained his distance and kept me out of his way, he could have not won that, but he would have had to. He would have made me try a bit harder. I was gonna say, to win fights like these, the best thing to do is to try break the shield away from your opponent, or your opponent gets stupid and drops it, and still gets a kill because he half sworded me in the back, or right in the crack of my armor. Come on, give me a proper longsword user. He's gonna stay in my range, where I have control. See? It's now the case of who has better weapon manipulation. Easiest thing to do. At this range, if they have if they don't have the right weapon, easiest fight you can win. This is what I wanted. To get a nice sword versus sword fight, and he's not playing how I wanted. I was hoping we'd kind of do this a little bit more poetically. Have a bit more Hollywood, thank you. But if you aren't going to play Hollywood, then I will just kill you, I guess. Very good. This is... See, that was more of a fight where he had the upper hand because he had better weapon manipulation. And the fact that I now have to... My character now has to break... There we go. The fact that he had to break his two-handed hold on his sword. And he doesn't have to break his, but I have to break mine because I don't have the grip on the sword.
Now, sir.
The best thing I could do ultimately when my sword is under his arm is cut the arm so he can't use it. And he's forced to go one-handed, at which then I will win. Every time, I will win. I do not mind losing fights at this high of a rank with nothing to lose. Who am I up against? Glaive, sword... Okay. Sword and an axe with a buckler. Oh, cool. Okay.
By God's bones.
Keep me at your distance. Keep me at the distance where I cannot do this. Distancing matters. And I will say this when this game goes multiplayer, when it comes out and it goes multiplayer, I will fight tooth and nail that distancing matters.
Oh, I got nothing.
What's the situation like? Can I keep fighting? Am I severe? Am I pretty much a dead man walking? No, I'm fine.
Gosh.
And him having that buckler is useful because I now have to contend with a shield. A very small one. However, having used one of these shields in fights in real life, they are very good at, well, when you aren't shit with them. They're very good at manipulating the enemy weapon because you can very much almost punch their sword away. You can do some great deflections with it. Let's see. I'm now in your range, and you are no longer able to hurt me because you're in my range and I'm not in yours. I am in your minimum engagement distance. The ball is in your court, AI.
Kawa. Squandrel. Dolt. Wretch. Hellway. Mangakur.
You insult me, I will insult you back. And that shoulder shield will make things a little bit more difficult as well. Because I now have a very limited field of attack on one side. However, I can't half sword from the other side? Okay.
Crikey!
I win. I win this fight. I win this engagement. Or not. Let's take that away from you, sir. You aren't going to need that. Now we are equal. Even though my sword is longer than yours. Okay. Nice try, I guess. However, I half sword and half swording has the advantage. He says it has the advantage until your armor gives up. I'm tempted with this tier to be actually. No, I'm gonna do. There we go. Again, this is arguably the hardest tier, but also arguably the most fun. It's the hardest because you have no armor and swords. Which is also why it's the most fun, because you have to think a little bit. Although I still won that, that was very much anyone's game. Until you get enemies like this, which then, never mind. Okay, it's nice to know that I have a sword arm that works.
Hedgeborn!
And there goes my sword. Oh, my right arm has stopped. Okay.
No!
That
Have
is
mercy
why this
on
is such a good tier, because anyone can win. And when fights do end, they end like that. Which is the only gripe I have, is that you can't get more cinematic fights out of them, but... Or I can't. I've seen some people do it, but I've never been able to pull it off. Anyway, I'm gonna end this stream here because my throat hurts like hell, so thank you all for watching.